Phyllis left to Lieutenant Phillip Pemble. They had known each other. Philip was 19 years old. Phyllis was 16. 2nd of February, 1919. My own dearest darling Phil. And so, after all this end, you who were so certain of coming back, and I who was so certain of it too, have to own ourselves completely baffled. On that beautiful Saturday morning, your life went out into the ether and you left me here. From higher than the highest hill, you come spinning down. Your body, which should have belonged to me, must have a big hole in the ground. And I, who could have had made life beautiful for you, even though you could have been crippled or disfigured or blind, may not touch or hear or see you anymore. My useless tears are falling. I cannot believe that life, the abundant share of it which was yours, could finish so utterly, or that the individuality which made you mine could go back into nothingness again. Last night in the darkness, I lay and realized what it means to be alone. No one will ever understand me as you did. People try, but it always ends in blessed if I can make you out, kid, or hang it, Phil, I can't understand you in the least. There are one or two who say, perhaps I understand you better than you do yourself, and these do not understand me one bit. Heaps of people say they love me, but what is love without understanding? Nothing. I realize also how completely my life ended when yours did. Oh, I wish how death would hurry and come this way. One extra wouldn't make much difference to him when he takes crowds and crowds. I went to church last Sunday, Phil dear, but when the preacher got up and started telling me how wonderful God was, I had an awful desire to stand up and say, is God like Phil? Wouldn't the people have been surprised if I had? If it has been snowing here for the last day or so, and on the other afternoon, I climbed right up to the top of the house and looked over the white world, but instead of seeing all the roofs covered with snow, I just saw one grave far away in the French cemetery with a plain wooden cross at the head and your dear name inscribed thereon. The other day at the shop, one of the girls asked when my boy was coming home, and as I did not answer, another one said, Miss Ilf doesn't like boys, do you, Miss Ilf? I felt so awful. I just got up and walked out of the room and into the dark stockroom. And there among the darkness and dust, I cried and cried for about 10 minutes. And then I slipped down into the shop and round to the cloakroom and washed the remains of my tears away and powdered my nose. And I went down to face the criticism of the girls. No one has ever said anything to me about that evening, but they must have thought I was pretty far gone. Oh, thank God none of these have ever had cause to feel like I did, and I sincerely hope they never may. I really must leave now, darling, as it seems tea is nearly time. If I ever get married, I shall burn this book, your dear letters and your still dearer photos on the eve of my wedding day, and go forth onto my new life with only your glorious memory to help. All my love, dear one, Phil.
I cried and cried for straight up 10 minutes.
I mean, those girls were right, aren't they? I mean, it's like, oh God, Phil doesn't like men, and she must like girls. I mean, honestly, she doesn't have a man coming back for her. Rather rude. Come on, Kaycee, say something.
I don't know.
Kaycee is in a very loving, nice relationship. She has nothing to comment to us.
Right, she's used to the lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah. She's like, I was stressed, but would you write... Kaycee, would you write him a love letter if you went to war?
Yeah.
If he died, would you burn everything in case you ever got married again?
No.
No. Well, okay, what would you write him? Like, long story short, what's one thing you would mention?
What, when?
Love you, I'm living my best life, send me money, bye.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, it's a bit depressing, that one, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
I get where she's coming from, but the age gap is a bit... Must have been scandalous back in those times. It's what, 5-year gap?
Yeah.
Eek.
Some people still find it scandalous nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people are just old-fashioned, I suppose.
I want to read one letter where the woman is older than the man. Because I've seen that a lot happening nowadays. So
Yeah.
I want, I want it from back in the day when, she was like, yes, you, I'll take you. You're young and sweet.
Well, like a cougar.
No,
Yes, you.
She's 25, he's like 22, like type of thing, you know, like for example.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think that was a thing back then?
What?
That way around?
I think so. It was just not necessarily in the history.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think people noted that down. And the guys who fell into those women's trap probably got rid of all the evidence because they didn't want to get made fun of.
Yeah.
Fragile masculinity.
Yes.
Or just society.
That too.
Or just society. I wonder if he's dead.
Yes, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's buried. He said he was buried in France
Oh, yeah.
with a poor wooden cross.
Wow.
Wow.
Sad.
Pressing end to a.
Let's go find him. Like, I read your story and I liked it.
I read your fiance's letter. I'm so sorry, dude. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.